Hola, bon dia. I'm Kathleen.
I'm Ross.
And we welcome you to our continuing adventure, what it's like to live in Portugal.
And it's great. We continue to love it. We're just 1 month over our first 2 years here, heading strongly into the third. And, what our goal here is to help, people like you who are watching our channel right now, if you're in the process of making the decision to move to Portugal, our goal is to give you information in order to make the best decision possible for yourself. And one of the things that was most important to us while we were in the planning and decision-making process was,
will it be affordable for us? We did a whole lot of research. We researched everything we could find. We had our friends from expats everywhere and Our Rich Journey and Lisbon Diaries. All those people have wonderful YouTube channels and so much great information. We looked on Numbeo.com, and Numbeo does cost comparisons, cost of living comparisons, and also quality of life comparisons. You can compare your largest city near where you live to Porto and see what it's like. And yes, there have been some increases, but we continue to do really amazingly well.
Yeah, we are on a fixed income. So as all of us know, one of the main constants with the cost of things is that they continue to go up. And we, again, looked at a typical budget for a Portuguese family. We looked at, what we thought that would be and what we came up with. And just remember, all this information in detail is below in the description in our document on our average monthly expenses here. But what we came up with was that we thought that we would be able to live comfortably here between 1,800 euros a month to 2,100 euros a month. And so far, that's been working. As we continue to monitor our expenses, they all go on a spreadsheet. We keep really close track. We were really pleased with the fact that our projections were pretty good. For 2022, we averaged 1,904 euros per month. And for 2023, we averaged 2,132. Yes, it went up a bit. We had some other expenses that we hadn't figured in, but not drastic. And we also paid taxes for the first time in 2023. So that figured in. One of the things that we were really surprised about was, of course, the food here in Portugal is amazing. And we spend a lot of time at the grocery store, like Shop Daily or every other day. And we enjoy eating out. And there were some interesting things with that budget that we were surprised at.
Well, I've learned so much.
Well, true.
In learning so much about how, food everywhere on the planet, I guess it's gone up in some capacity, but we can shop so affordably with such incredible fresh ingredients, and that's phenomenal. And we don't ever deprive ourselves of something we want. We don't go to fancy restaurants very rarely, if at all. But if we want to eat out, we know where we can get great food for a reasonable cost. But at the grocery store, it's even more cool because I have learned how they even make more reductions in price. If I can go in early morning to our local store that I like to shop at, I find things marked down because it's getting close to their date where they need to pull them off. They're totally fresh and gorgeous. If you could see the packaged produce, it has a little orange sticker on it. It's like, what? I can get mushrooms for like €1.15, a whole 500 grams. Is it?
Yeah, 500 grams.
Regular package of mushrooms. It's like, yeah, you get that for €1. And it's like, I've learned, actually, what I've really learned is that not to get too solid on my menu. Because I can stroll the store and find out, and if I go early, there's more of those items. And I can find awesome stuff in the meat, and the chicken, fish, pork, beef, turkey, and duck. marked down, and it's like, whoa, and so it's reduced a lot of our costs, and I feel like our quality has increased because of more experience and more education on my part.
I love duck, so I want to say something about the duck, and that is, okay, so you balance, you look at electricity is higher here, and we have an electric range, and to cook a whole duck, raw duck, would take, what, 5 hours?
I don't know if it'll take 5 hours.
But a long time.
But we're going to crank that puppy to get crisp skin at the highest setting.
You can get a packaged, cooked whole duck with all the confit, the fat and everything, and you just put that on the tray in the oven to crisp up for 20 minutes. It's already cooked. And like Kathleen said,
it's a little more pricey, but it can be marked down, and then all you have to do is bring it home, throw it in the pan, and crisp up the skin, and it's the best.
I think the last one we got was something like €9.50 for a whole duck. Anyway.
You see how cuckoo we are for food?
We're crazy. But our food budget for both the past 2 years has stayed right around €450 per month. And that includes even our wine and other...
And paper products, because we buy that there,
and that's all listed in the detail below in the document that you can download. And we noticed that our going out to eat went up a little bit more in 2022. We started, or 2023. And we just started, exploring more restaurants in our area. I think that's part of it. So we do have our favorites.
And we have added to our list of recommended places because of that. So we can share with you some of the places where we thought, wow, this is worthy of sharing on our YouTube channel.
One of the expenses we get questioned about quite frequently is that of private health, medical insurance. So we have private medical insurance, and we also have private dental insurance. And those two combined, they've gone up, I think, 10% a year, not a whole lot. But those combined are like €145 a month for the two of us. So with that, we are able to go to our private doctor, our private hospital for care. But we also are registered with the National Healthcare System. Once we got our temporary residency cards, we were able to enroll in that system as well. And what's interesting is it's a cooperation between the private and the National Healthcare System. And so far, we continue to learn, because it's totally different than what we grew up with in the US. We feel like we're getting a good care.
I think we are getting good care. It's just a learning curve for us in navigating.
One of the biggest items on our living budget when we lived in the US, as with everybody, was owning a vehicle. All the maintenance, all the insurance, all that expense that goes with owning a vehicle. We do not own a vehicle here in Portugal. And we haven't owned a vehicle since 2010, but that was, again, because of a place we chose to live in Portland, Maine. But transportation here is extremely affordable through the metro, the bus system, trains, and you can choose to get a monthly pass for the metro and bus system. I think for seniors, I think it's like €30 each.
It's super cheap.
It's very affordable.
If you use it all the time, it is a deal.
Yeah, but we're not going to work every day, and in our neighborhood, our key thing was to be able to walk to everything, and within a 20-minute radius, we handle it all. But still, we do use the metro, and we have figured out how to make that best work for us. And for us, it's just getting rides as we need them. So for each year, 2022 and 2023, we averaged like €7 a month for transportation. And then that includes the metro, it includes Bolt rides, which is, we use Bolt like Uber here, and sometimes the urban train to go to one of the other cities.
Right.
So that has worked well. Do you have anything to say about the transportation?
Oh, you can also get scooters. They're all over the place. I'm not into scooters, so that's not safe for me. Yeah, but we walk a lot for exercise, and just because we can see everything and see people, and It's great. And who knows, I mean, we plan to be here forever, for the duration. If that is the way it is, maybe there'll be a time when we get that monthly pass, because maybe we won't be able to boogie around like we do now. But it's great. It's wonderful, and we always have the option. Like if it's pouring down rain, we can catch the metro or get us closer to where we're going anyway.
And that's one of the key things we talk to people about when they're looking at moving here. It's deciding where you're going to place yourself, and that depends on what kind of lifestyle you want. So for us, again, it was to be able to live in a place that was affordable and that our fixed income would continue to allow that, which it has and looks like it will. And if you like to walk everywhere, then make sure you're in a spot that has all the things you need, like grocery store, butcher shop, bottle shop,
your padaria.
Your padaria.
You want to make sure you can get coffee if you were not brewing at home. All those things.
So
it's important to us.
Yeah, extremely. Again, a detailed explanation of our expenses for the last 2 years and the budget are in the description below in our monthly expenses document. And I'll also put in there what it costs us to get here and getting our visa all put together and making that move. So that's pretty much it.
And just one thing that we don't include in that budget are if we make a trip back to the United States, that is in a separate category.
But yes.
Yeah.
But it is in the expense accounting. We have accounted that separately because that is an expense. Gifts back home for like Christmas and birthdays. And then our plan is to travel back once every 12 to 18 months. And that is definitely has an impact on our monthly budget as well.
But it's not in there.
No, it's not. It's not calculated in the regular monthly expenses.
You won't see that.
Yeah, but it's all listed in that document to give you a good idea of how much money you will need to live here in Portugal and have fun.
Yes, lots of fun.
Lots of fun. And speaking of fun, that's the thing that we encourage everybody to do, because life is about having fun and it's about other things. So as we always ask, what adventure are you on today?